Welcome back to Beer with a Buddy. I'm Matt, and I'm here with this legend, Joey Stewart. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Back at it. We're got another crazy episode planned. You got the beer this time.
I do.
Right? So this one, we got a little mixture of segments here. Kind of glanced over them with you. Should have a lot of fun. Want the audience, if you're out there, engage with us. Every segment, there's going to be an opportunity to, I know we said it after every segment last time. Hey, check it out in the comments. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Just going to say it up front. We do the segments. One of them is truth or sip. If y'all have some questions that y'all feel like we need to ask each other, or y'all would like us to ask each, put them in the comments. Put anything in the comments. We want to read them. We want to engage with you. So making that a big emphasis on this vlog.
Not necessary, but very much encouraged.
Oh yeah, it makes it more fun for us too,
and for the viewer. I mean, if I'm watching, I want to engage as well. Like you watch your favorite YouTuber, and you're like, I wish I could find a way to engage. But that's the perfect way.
Did you just call me your favorite YouTuber?
Yeah, top 3.
All right, so we're gonna get started with this beer.
Okay.
Joey's got the beer today.
Got the beer.
We did Boddington's last week. What you got for us this week? And I think you actually have a story.
A little bit of a story. Yeah, this is super cool. So I wound up with 2 beers. Didn't bring them both today, so I've got one for my next turn. So went to a different store this time. I've only been to a couple. I'm still figuring the area out. So there's a whole wall, right? So I'm looking around, and a guy comes over, the worker, and he says, "You need any help?" I explained to him what I'm doing. I said, buddy, we're doing a podcast, YouTube thing, and the deal is to bring a new beer to the show each week. I explained to him I don't know much about. I'm still learning the types, the lagers, the hops, the ales, the lager, all that stuff. So he was explaining to me a little bit about some different things, and I told him that I wanted something somewhat local, and I told him where I came from and where I'm at now. Obviously, he knew where I was at now.
Yeah.
So I wound up picking a beer out for myself that was local to the area.
Yeah.
And he picked out a beer that was local to where we came from, which was the Fort Worth area.
Okay.
But it's going to be. It sounds interesting. It's a sour.
Okay.
Which again, I don't know much about.
I don't know much about it either.
So the way he was explaining it to us, it's got like a tangy, maybe that's the word, like a citrusy, like a bite to it, and then it's got the aftertaste that's like almost creamy, because on the can it does say it's got lactate in it. So I'm thinking like milk, right?
Yeah.
But he said that's not what it is. He said that's just a phrase that they use to. Oh, let's get into it.
Oh, like you bringing us some lactate beer, but tell us the cool part of that.
Yeah. So not only did he tell me about the beer, he bought the 6-pack for me.
Yeah.
He said, I want to. He said, let me buy the 6-pack. I told him, no, you gotta do that. You told me about it. I'll pay for it. He said, no, I want to get it. So it's super cool. I never met the guy ever. Yeah. I was explaining to him what we were doing, why we were doing it, and he offered.
That's awesome, dude. So it's the first contribution to Beer with a Buddy. Yeah. This is honestly like kind of what we want to get to down the road, where you guys recommend the beers, or maybe buying the beers that we want to drink or we try out. So that was real cool, that guy, man.
Super cool. Very, very cool. So here's the beer. It is
Bro, honestly, at first glance, it looks like one of those Walmart brand soda cans.
It's a cranberry cobbler,
bro.
Yeah. He recommended it, man. He said that they were good. We'll see.
Cranberry Cobbler. So at first glance, again, it looked like one of those little Dr. Thunders.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
5.2% alcohol.
Not too bad.
Never had a sour before, so we're gonna see how this goes, man.
You want to read a little bit off the can so
people get to know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is from Martin Brewing Company. I think that's actually the same one. So this one is up in Fort Worth.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the same brewing company that does that pickle beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the best made pickle beer. I think. Made in Texas by Texans. That's really all the information in terms of like the brewery and stuff. So Cranberry Cobbler, Cranberry Sour with graham crackers, vanilla, and lactose.
Yep.
So
we'll see, man. And they also had a couple of other flavors of this. So if this is somewhat good, maybe down the line we can try different flavors. So.
Yeah. All right. And here we go.
Cheers, man.
As always, cheers. Again, I want to reiterate every episode, drink responsibly. We're just here having conversation over a couple of beers. So yeah, cheers, guys.
Tell you one thing, man. Opening that smell that I'm getting smells amazing.
Let's drink it like a wine snob.
Ooh, there's a lot going on there.
Bro, it's sour.
I kind of like that.
I'm not picking up any graham cracker yet. Getting the vanilla. I do get that vanilla.
It's like a.
And I do taste dairy cow for sure.
Yeah.
It tastes like, poor decisions in a can. and I'm here for it. Speaking of poor decisions, that's what we're going to get into first.
First poor decision is trusting the guy. No, I'm just kidding. I like it, man. I don't know if I like it, but I love it. I don't know.
It's definitely different. I've never had a sour. I mean, I've tried the pickle beer.
Yeah.
But you kind of know what you're going in for. You pop it open. You're gonna get alcoholic pickle juice. Like that's what you're getting.
It's weird because it is sour, but it's sweet like that. Like the aftertaste is, I don't know, it's weird.
The aftertaste is real good. If you can get past that first gush of like sucking on a lemon,
it's a warhead.
Yeah, something similar.
Like a real sour warhead.
It's super intense at first.
Yeah.
Super intense. That's gonna be an interesting little show here. All right. So poor decisions. Today we're drinking a poor decision. I don't know that yet. I'm still up in the air.
Okay.
But we're unpacking some questionable life decisions here. Okay. So right now, obviously, because we haven't released anything, we're getting these episodes out as we start to create. Eventually, we would like to react to y'all's poor decisions. But for today, we're going to share our own.
Okay.
So you got a poor decision that, you can kind of look back on and, hey, maybe I probably shouldn't have done that. I mean, we've talked about it at nauseum. Like we've done a lot of these. But
yeah. There's a lot of, especially if you don't drink responsibly, a lot of poor decisions just happen. Yeah. And one that comes to mind for me, and so it had potential to be even worse than what it was. For my cousin's birthday one year, me, my cousin, and a friend of ours went to a strip club. Mm-hmm. So that could have been a poor decision already to start things off. There was
kind of knew where this was going.
Yeah.
When you walked through the door.
Well, when we walked through the door, they had a keg or two, maybe one or two kegs sitting there. Only thing you had to pay for was a cup. You paid $5 for a solo cup, and there was unlimited refills. Yeah, so it was bad. So we're drinking, we're having fun. It came to where I had too many and wound up like maxing out my card. And I was trying to get more dances, and they were trying to they happened to drag me out. The poor decision was obviously spending way too much money. It was like, and this may not be much to like some people that go, especially like some of the like rappers and stuff, some of the things I hear that they spend, but it's like $900.
Yeah.
And so I took $300 cash. So I'm only going to take $300 cash. And at the time, my debit card would only let me do 300 at a time, twice a day.
Yeah.
So I did 300, and I did another 300 plus the 300 that I had. And but it was a bad decision. I mean, it was way more money than I should have spent because I barely remember most of that night.
Yeah, I've never even been to a strip club, and I used to hate saying that when I was younger because then it was like, it was like, oh, then we gotta go,
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's just like, if I'm gonna throw money away like that, I'd rather do it at a casino where I got the opportunity to get some of it back.
So I've only been twice.
Yeah.
And it was with the same two guys. I'd go again, but as I'm older now, I'd be way more like I would know what I was doing. I wouldn't just go.
Just take your debit cards out of your wallet.
Just take the cash. Yep, that's it.
I'm just here for the steak dinner.
My cousin Greg, his poor decision might have been that night. He bought like chicken strips or something from I don't know, man.
But I imagine that food being like a bowling alley.
But so yeah, probably. Well, I don't know. I don't know. But that night though, it's because it was his birthday. I went and I talked to the manager. I said, it's my cousin's birthday. What can you guys do? He said, oh, we can get all the dancers to get him on stage, and we can tie him to the strip pole, and we can have him take turns whooping his ass with a belt. And I said, so what else you got?
I was like, man, I don't know if I want to set him up like that.
So that could have been
that would have been awesome though.
To me,
to you, right?
For sure.
You're like, I'll never forgive you.
Well, in case you are wondering, they put him in a chair and like 12 girls just danced all over him. He loved it. So.
Yeah. Shout out to Greg. What's up, Greg? My poor decision. I had one in mind that I was going to talk about, but like I said, I was going to save that one for like a longer story because it is a longer story. But have you ever gone to a bar? And I'm asking this because this is one of my poor decisions. Was you ever tried to flirt with the bartender?
No.
No. So you go to the bar, right? Usually bartenders are pretty cute.
Yeah.
And their job is to flirt with you.
Yeah.
Right? Like
try to get them tips.
100%.
Yeah.
Right. So I think I was living in San Antonio at the time. It was probably with Joseph. And I don't even remember what bar we went to. But like, me, like I can drink beer and I'll be fine. When we start mixing liquors and all that, it does not end up a good night. And this, start chatting with the bartender and very, very talkative, very attentive. And so I'm like over here, like my needs are being met. Like she likes me and stuff like. Bro, she was like starting to recommend different drinks, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll take one of those. Yeah, I'll take one of those." Not only did she not pay for a single one, I was buying them both because like we were taking shots together and stuff like that. I'm like, so not only did I get bamboozled because she wasn't flirting with me, she was just like you. I spent way more than I expected to spend, and I left drunk AF, dude, like bad. It's like, so yeah. Word to the wise. The bartenders aren't into you. Just go in, grab your beer, and find you somebody out on the dance floor or something.
Shout out to the bartender if somehow this finds you and you recognize this guy. Shout out.
Yeah.
This one's to you.
I was I was a lot younger in my prime, as they say. I don't know, dude. You would you consider this was kind of one of the questions from another show, but we never got to. Would you consider like 50 being the new 30 or 30 being the new 50? Like, do you feel old where we're at?
So at 30, I sure did. But now, definitely feeling like older. Like, yeah. But a lot of it maybe just being out of shape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Man. I want to say, like, because I've had conversations with my dad. My dad is 70 years old.
Yeah.
And he's like, I keep having conversations. You still got time, man. Like, you're not old. Like, I mean, realistically, with modern medicine and technology and shit, they'll probably turn you into a robot and you can live forever. But I mean, realistically, if you take care of yourself, he doesn't have like major health issues. Through a little health scare. But like, if you take care of yourself, you probably live to 85, 90.
Yeah.
If you're taking care of yourself. That's another 15, 20 years. So now, like, I look back and I'm like, over here, like, but realistically, I mean, we're not even halfway through if we play our cards right.
Yeah.
So we can have another half of these lives.
If you do want to feel old, go hang around like a bunch of like middle school, high school kids.
Bro.
They start feeling old. The things that they talk about, and you don't barely relate to anything. And
yeah, it's the lingo these days.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, though, it's like it was the same back when we were kids.
For sure. Yeah.
We were like talking about crazy stuff, walking around wearing Jinkos and puka shell necklaces, thinking we were cool. But yeah, you don't see that type of stuff anymore. But they do talk weird, man. It's like a whole nother language now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those Jinkos could probably be one of those poor decisions if you were the world. The next segment we're gonna jump into. Where are you at with your beer?
About
it tastes pretty good still.
I still
honestly, like, I'm starting to get hints of like candy cane. Is that weird?
A little bit.
No?
I haven't picked up on it yet.
Not the candy cane.
Not yet.
I don't know.
Like I said, the first.
I'm just looking at the can, bro. Like, looks like one of those pink and red candy canes.
Like a peppermint.
Yeah. Those ones you get at Christmas.
Yeah.
Different colored ones.
Oh yeah. Like I said, when I first took the drink, there was a lot going on all at once. It's not bad.
Yeah. So it's definitely like the more you drink it, it's more palatable. Maybe because it's a sour, my tongue's completely numb at this point. So it's so truth or sip. What this segment is, it's pretty simple. I'm gonna ask, kind of like a truth or dare question. Okay, you can choose to answer it, or you can choose to take a chug. Okay, so we'll do an intro question.
Okay,
have you ever lied to get out of a family event?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
maybe even if it wasn't like blatant, like I'm sure. Yeah, I'd say yeah.
I'm not trying to start any family.
I think you told on yourself with the sip, maybe.
TBD, right? It's to be determined.
Yeah.
You can't prove it.
I will say I can't think of a specific instance, but I'm sure.
Yeah, there's always a family gathering going on or something going on. It's just like not feeling yourself, or maybe you had a poor decision the night before. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right, so that's kind of what the round's going to be like. I'm going to ask just a couple of them. We'll just kind of go back and forth, kind of see where time takes us. But what's the dumbest thing that you've done to impress someone?
Okay, so this may not be necessarily to impress them, but I got into a situation that I still think was the dumbest thing. A lady that was an administrator at the school that I went to, she came up and talked to me. She asked me some questions. I went along with her like I knew what she was talking about. 10-minute conversation went by before I realized that she was not talking to me. She was talking to me, but she was not talking. She thought I was somebody else.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who she was when I first started talking to her. So the whole conversation, that was I gave her a pin to get her number.
Yeah.
She had asked about my girlfriend, which was not my girlfriend. It was somebody else. I told her, I said, hey.
You gave her the whole story about a girlfriend you didn't have.
Yeah. I said, hey, don't worry. She's in good hands. That if you, dude, it was.
You guy turned into Allstate, bro.
So I don't know if it was like to impress her, but we could call it that, I guess.
Okay.
That was so stupid.
Okay.
I don't know why I just didn't fess up instantly, but hey, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
I'm not who you think I am.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Man, I've done a lot of dumb things. One of the things that does stand out is back in the plum days.
Yeah.
Is I was new in town. This partial of this story already came up, but I was hanging out at remember Thomas's house there in the corner.
Yep.
And I can't remember who Megan was with. But her house was just a couple houses down. I was new to town, so I didn't know that. Right. But she pulls up and they're chatting with us, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, she starts to drive off and like wanted to be cool or whatever. I like ran to the truck and jumped on the back. And like I'm riding. I jumped on a moving vehicle. Like I felt like, I was cool, man. I was trying to, impress the ladies and stuff, the little stuntman action. And then I was like, damn, I don't know where this truck is going. So I was like, I wouldn't even know how to get back. Like, so I tried to jump off and blacked out and woke up in gravel. That's probably one of the dumber things. Yeah. That's the do-rag incident we talked about in the episode before.
Yep.
Yeah, it messed me up the first couple of weeks of school, and it's like, welcome to high school at a new school. Yeah. Like, bro, you realize it's August. You're not even close to Halloween. Oh man. But yeah. Next truth or sip. Have you ever pretended to like a beer just to fit in? Or maybe alcohol in general?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. I don't think I have. Yeah. I'm usually pretty upfront with the whole. Yeah. If I like it, I can't. If I like it, I'm gonna drink it. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna drink it. Yeah. You even poured me it was not beer, but it was a shot of that. It was some really expensive liquor that you had, that Johnny Walker, man.
Oh yeah. And
I didn't like it.
Yeah, we couldn't get that Scotch down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is expensive. It's for certain palates. Yeah. No, I definitely have, dude. It's like, especially in the restaurant industry, like a lot of them like hang out together, and like after work, do all that stuff, or we have like parties and stuff. In most of those scenarios, they're sponsored by a specific brand, and so they'll bring all their beverages and stuff like that. And I can't remember what it was. It might have been shoot, I can't even remember what it was. I want to say it was like an Austin Eastsiders or something like that party. Bro, all night. And I used to get sick drinking like apple juice, in school. I couldn't get those little juice boxes, at lunch or breakfast, right? Dude, I would get sick. It just didn't tear my stomach up. It just made me feel like I needed to throw up. And that's what they had one that was decent. It was blood orange cider, but they ran out of it pretty early. And so the rest of the night, it was like that crisp apple or whatever. And I didn't want to be the guy walking around with water because, what's the matter, dude? Yeah. So I was still in that phase of like, I just want to fit it.
You don't want to be like, your beer's trash, bro.
Yeah. Go into the restaurant tomorrow and be like, oh, you little beer. Yeah. So
make better beer.
Yeah. Yeah. Find a better sponsor for your fucking parties. What about that? Oh yeah. This one, if you say the story that I'm thinking you're gonna say, but maybe this won't work, but because you weren't alone. But what's the weirdest thing you've done home alone?
Yeah, so I'm sure I bet you this is what you're thinking. I wasn't home alone. It may not be the weirdest thing, but the look on the faces of the two guys that walked in, and you guys have probably got all kinds of things going through your head. So I'm a big guy, as some of you guys know. In high school, I was an even bigger guy. I was, in fact, one of the ladies from town. She called me Big Joe. Still calls me Big Joe. But My grandma used to yell at me when somebody, Joey, she couldn't walk real well. So she would just yell. This particular time, I didn't hear her. So I have my couch and I got bad vision. So I used to have a couch in my room, a little love seat that was all the way up to the TV. Well, I probably should have took a sip, but I wasn't even sitting on the couch at this time. I was sitting on the floor with my knees crossed, like looking up, playing my game. I was playing Mortal Kombat, maybe. Can't remember the exact game. I think it was Mortal Kombat. But I was jamming out to Kelly Clarkson. And I just hear the door open. And Chad and Jesse walk in and they look at me. I'm in my underwear. Just jamming out to some Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
Pretty weird.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
We talked about that the last episode in terms of like, yeah, there's the secret songs that you're,
Wait, was it you?
When no one is looking.
Were you with Jesse or was it?
It wasn't me.
Okay, so I think it was.
I wish I was. Every time you tell this story, I mean,
you don't,
bro. I would have taken my what was that slide phone with the QWERTY keyboard? Try to take a picture, capture this moment.
They were underwear. You sit down and things kind of like ride up, and you're by yourself. You're not gonna fix them. They were way up there. I'm sure it was. I'm sure they loved it.
Yeah, we were wearing bikini bottoms, listening to Kelly Clarkson. No, mine's similar. It's not similar. It's just
mine's similar. It's not similar.
I don't know. It's just like the weirdest thing, I guess, that you do when you're home alone, dude. I do like I sing a lot, dude. I'll dance around the house, and, whatever I'm doing, like whether it's sweeping, I got some music on, but it's like my playlist is bipolar, so it's not just like the regular standard emo. Like I said, it's like sometimes I be country on there, dude, and we be crying into the broom. Hey, you be feeling it sometimes. Morgan Wallen's hitting a little deep. Luke Combs hitting a little deep. Shania Twain.
What's the movie I'm thinking of where he's singing and he slides through the kitchen with that broom and he's just getting.
Is that Risky Business?
Is it Risky Business?
Yeah. Where he's just got that shirt and like underwear.
He's in underwear too. Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's a natural thing when you're home alone. So yeah, that's my weird thing when I'm home alone. I guess, man, we'd rather just tell on ourselves than take a sip.
I guess so. I still sip with it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sipping for you when you're telling that Kelly Clarkson story. So, but you got it out and your truth is out there.
The world knows about it.
Yeah.
You guys know.
So yeah,
if you would like me to reenact that moment,
just
let us know.
Slice that like button, and we get 1,000 subscribers. Joey will do the podcast in his underwear, singing Kelly Clarkson. I'm signing you up for something you probably don't want to be a part of. Oh man, that it would have been good to see them. Moving on, you got any more of these?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was a sixer.
We're gonna need it for this one, buddy. So this next segment is something I like to call Beer Roulette. Okay.
Okay.
So what Beer Roulette is we're gonna spin a wheel. We're gonna do whatever it says. Okay. So I've got predetermined concepts on this wheel. Let's go ahead and pop this puppy up so you viewers can see what we're talking about. And so we're gonna spin the wheel. We're each gonna spin it 3 times, and whatever it lands on, that is what we gotta do. It's Beer Roulette. And so
there's no Kelly Clarkson category. Is
actually. Hold on, let me edit this real quick before we slide it up on you. And here we are. The wheel is up. And so we've got beer commercial. What that entails is you write a little improv 10 to 15-second commercial on this beautiful beer that we're drinking right now. Boom. If I get it, I've got some choice words for this one. Beer Song Shuffle, which is pretty much you land on that one. You sing the chorus of the song that comes to your mind first.
Okay.
Okay. We got Accents on Tap. Pretty sure you can guess where that's going.
Okay.
Whoever spins that accent of their choice for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So whatever we're doing, whatever we're talking about, whatever accent you're in character, bro.
So what if you land on the accent and then the song? You gotta sing.
Could you imagine singing Creed in like a pirate accent? With arms wide open.
Arms.
Drink and draw. Okay, so what that one is you've got a minute to draw your co-host. Okay. And obviously you're not going to get all of my fantastic features in a minute. So curious to see what that would even look like. Cheesy pickup line. You come up with a quick cheesy pickup line. Or, something you would just shout out to your wife.
Okay.
Pick her up.
There you go.
Buzzword kill. Buzzword buzzkill. Okay. That one is whoever lands on it, the opposite co-host chooses a word that throughout the remainder of the show, anytime that word is said by either of us, you have to take a sip.
Okay.
Okay. So it could be like, yo, bro. Hey, yo, Kelly Clarkson.
Gotcha.
All right. So we're going to get this thing started. I'm going to go ahead and open this because I'm going to need it.
Do you have paper ready?
For the draw your buddy.
Draw the buddy.
We do not have it. There we go.
Kind of hope I land on the draw with the buddy thing. I gotta.
You got
I've already got it. It's in my head. I already know what it looks like in my head. It's beautiful. It's the Matt Elisa.
The Matt Elisa. There's it's a sketch behind you we could try to use. Oh, yeah, we'll, I don't even have a pen or a pencil on here, dude. I even told you before the show.
This is an office, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Horrible, right? Office are we working with? See if we got one in here. Nope. All right. Take a quick pause, I guess. Go grab something real quick. You want me to play some Kelly Clarkson?
No.
While we're waiting? Don't strip down your unders. And we're back. We got the pen.
Probably edit the part out, right?
I'm going to try, yeah. Okay. All right. So we got the pen. We got the pencil. We got the pen. We got the paper. You've got to draw your buddy on the pencil.
On the pencil.
All right. So let's get this show on the road. Road on the show.
Paper, rock, scissors. He goes first.
So he goes first?
Loser goes first.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh. Yeah. We can't even hit that right. Hold on. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I got you. Okay. Scissors over here. All right. So Joe's up first. Let's spin a Rooney. We've got. Oh. You almost got accents, bro. Beer Song Shuffle.
Okay.
Singing the chorus of the first song that pops in your head.
She was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy." That's what came to mind.
Avril Lavigne.
I don't know. That's what popped up.
That's interesting. We haven't talked about her in any of these episodes.
I don't know.
Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy.
Yeah.
Now we know what he listens to when he's home alone. All right, let's take that one out. Next up, we are looking at Drink and draw.
Oh boy.
All right, let's see. I got a minute to pop this puppy up. Let's see. I got you real quick.
While he's drawing his picture here, you guys tell me what your guilty pleasure, is that the word? Guilty pleasure song is. What song do you get in the shower, or you're in the car, or you're just home cleaning? What song are you singing? I know you're singing something crazy. People give like Creed and like Chad Kroger, Nickelback, bad rap. So sometimes you get made fun of for singing their songs, but there's got to be some stuff that you guys sing that's just like, if somebody heard you, they'd be like, "Bro, what are you singing?"
Yeah. So, that's, if I would have gotten that category, I would have definitely gone the Creed route. I think for the show, like we would either have definitely been singing Creed there. Would not have gotten the Avril Lavigne show. That was surprising, dude.
Well, you commented on earlier about your playlist. Mine's very similar. I've got like rap, old rap, new rap. I've got country, old rock, new rock, screamo, like death metal. I've got like Tejano music. Just about anything. I've got it.
All right, I think my minute's up here. That's about all I got, fam. I mean, it's close. Very similar. Here you go. You want to take a look at there? There you go. Just letting the people see.
No, I mean that's pretty close.
Oh man, I haven't had enough sours, bro. I haven't had enough sours, but it's getting there. If I had more time.
I like it.
All right, man. Another one bites the dust. Here we go. Joey's up. Let's see. We are doing a beer commercial.
All right. Give me a couple of seconds.
Oh, man. So we are talking about Cranberry Cobbler. Okay. So.
Okay.
It is 10 seconds. Just a little riff of the beer we're drinking. If you were to make a commercial, sell it to us.
All right. And 3, 2, 1. You ever been to a party and everyone's drinking a beer that you just hate, but you try to fit in and drink it anyway? This is not that beer. This beer is amazing. Everyone loves this beer. Go give it a try. Cranberry Cobbler.
I'm buying it. I want a beer that I don't hate, but it seems like I hate, but maybe kind of secretly like. Like
I was trying to tie it into the.
Good stuff, man. Y'all let us know how he did there.
Yeah, are you buying the beer?
Yeah. All right, next up, we are doing cheesy pickup line. Oh, all right. So say, walking down the park, stumble upon, say, some twins.
Okay. I like where this is going.
Yeah, so it's like, we're just walking down. I want to be cool.
We're walking down, or you're walking down?
I guess since I'm the one saying the line, I guess I'm like, imagine, if you will.
You said twins. I thought.
What is it? Ventura Boulevard? Let's say some famous street or something,
Okay.
A couple of twins walking by. And I'll be like, hey, I think I saw you on Spotify under today's hottest singles. Yeah? No?
Yeah.
What, you let us know if you're buying that. Like, is that a pickup line that you'd work? I think I saw you on Spotify under today's hottest singles.
Was that off the top of your head, or have you used that?
We'll say it's 0 for 1.
Oh.
Oh man, yeah, that's what I got. I did have another one, but I'll share that at a later date.
Okay.
Here we go.
We got
Last
left,
two.
right?
Two.
Okay.
This is it. Last round. Oh, I was hoping you got the accent, dude. You got buzzword, buzzkill.
So you have to say a word to
The word of the night. Let's say bro. Anytime the word just bro in conversation comes up.
that I say, right?
No.
You can't just be like, bro.
Bro. No, but it'll be natural in conversation.
Okay.
So anytime throughout the rest of the show, bro is said, guys chugging cranberry cobbler.
All right.
All right. Oh no. Hold on.
We know what you were doing.
Yeah, I mean we're doing accents like that. So Joey gets to pick the accent. I'm doing the accent, and either way I'm screwed. So
2 minutes.
2 minutes of whatever the conversation is.
Okay. Oh, for the next.
For the next 2 minutes, yeah.
Oh, we're just gonna have a conversation.
No, like we'll move into the next.
Okay, I got you. All right, so for the next 2 minutes, Matt will be a Cholo.
Yeah. Okay. Cholo. Andale, hon. So we're moving into brew logic, eh? So let's wrap up this most important segment where we debate hypothetical scenarios. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
These are gonna make 0 sense. They don't make any sense, bro.
Natural. Come on.
Hold on. How do I laugh like a cholo, Holmes? Oh.
No jab. If there's a, like this.
Oh man. Okay, so you think a squirrel could run a lemonade stand and break even?
Right.
That's a real question. Why are you laughing, eh?
If he's talking like that, I'm buying.
I've seen one time on the east side selling lemonade out of a perch. Acorns were free.
Oh, that's good.
Is that a yay or nay? You think you could do it? No. Okay, squirrel's not running.
Oh man.
What do you think would be the best beer to drink if you were abducted by aliens, Holmes? You ever been abducted by aliens?
Once.
You ever had you ever got sucked up by the spaceship, eh?
What's the? Made me think of Training Day.
Shit pushed in.
Still don't know what that means. Still to this day. Oh, alien.
I think the 2 minutes are up.
Okay. Okay, good. That's pretty good, right there.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. That was good.
Oh man.
Alien. I know there's a guarantee because of how many different kinds of beer there is. There is an alien inspired beer. So, but if it was something mainstream that I know, I'm drinking probably like, I don't know, some weird stuff, something I don't really like. Probably, I don't know.
I'm going something strong, dude. Something strong.
Four
Loco. I do like this beer called Electric Jellyfish. It's like an IPA, high alcohol content. But it's like, if I'm getting abducted by aliens, dude, I want to be hammered. I just blackout drunk, Or I don't know, man. Might just make some friends, dude. It could be a cool experience.
Bro, what if they were all like Cholo aliens?
Cholo aliens, dude.
We come in peace.
2 minutes ago, I would have fit in. So if you had to choose one cereal to describe your personality, what would it be? Don't say Fruit Loops.
Fruity Pebbles and Love.
I would say Lucky Charms.
Yeah?
Right? Like,
Yeah.
maybe not. I haven't had that much luck.
But sometimes.
But yeah, sometimes. I got the marshmallows. I'm kind of sweet, but I also got them grains, that aren't that sweet.
Yeah.
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 Well, it makes it both. What you said? Fruity Pebbles?
I just almost the first thing that just kind of came, but yeah, Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
It's wild. It's all over the place. It's off the wall.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Lots of different colors.
All righty. Last one. All right. Now, which beer would each of the Avengers drink, and who's definitely drinking a seltzer?
Captain America's drinking a seltzer.
100%.
Yeah.
Captain America's a seltzer. I would say Thor, probably something like Coors Light.
Coors?
I'd say Coors Light, cold as Rockies.
Yeah.
Seemed like a country kind of guy.
Hulk's he's smashing some something stout like a Guinness or something.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Who else we got? Spider-Man. Spider-Man's probably on them seltzers too.
Yeah.
Would he be? He's considered an Avenger or no? Not an original, I guess.
Not an Avenger, but he's part of the universe. So I don't know.
See, I'm thinking in-game. So we would go through every freaking superhero.
All the Marvels, yeah.
So Avengers, you got
Iron Man.
We're probably gonna get some flack for this.
Thor, the bone arrow guy.
Hawkeye.
The girl with
Black-Eyed Pea.
Yeah.
Black Widow. She all out there looking like Fergie. Okay. So we got Black Widow. She's feisty, dude.
Yeah.
I can see.
She's probably throwing down some Bud Ice or some Budweiser or something.
For real.
Yeah,
she's going hard in the bank.
She ain't giving a damn. She's going in the cooler. She's just
Hawkeye's probably drinking like White Claws for sure.
Yeah.
White Claws, no laws, White Claws. And then Iron Man. What you got on Iron Man? Technology guy, likes good stuff.
Something sophisticated.
Probably like a Stella Artois. Right?
Some Ultras.
Michelob Ultras.
He's drinking some Ultras.
Right on.
I'm saying
yeah, that's there's a couple in there probably drinking seltzers for sure. Yeah. Well, what do you think of them segments, bro?
They're good.
I think they got some legs there.
Yeah.
You're definitely getting the accent next time.
You did good. You're a good Cholo.
Yeah, honestly, like in my list of accents that I was thinking you would choose, that was not one. so I had to really dive in,
For a while, you were not. You were Mateo.
Yeah,
Mateo.
Hola, me llamo Mateo. That's how I'll open the show next time.
With a ding.
You got to tell that story at some point too. But yeah, man. I mean, it's a pretty good episode, full of poor decisions, questionable brew logic. Next week, we're gonna rate gas station snacks. Probably not.
Okay.
But
we could throw it in because that's a good one.
Rate the top gas station snacks. But yeah, cheers to another good episode, guys. Appreciate you hanging out with us if you've been here throughout the whole episode, and be sure to like, subscribe, help us grow the brand. We enjoy doing this. As you can tell, behind the scenes, things are getting better every episode. We want to keep improving the channel, improving the content. So the only way we can do that is with y'all's help, with y'all's input. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. Help guide the course.
Sure.
Joe, you got anything else?
One of the last thing I want to touch on is your final thoughts.
Cranberry Cobbler.
would you buy
I
it?
wouldn't normally eat this at Thanksgiving, but I wouldn't buy it, if I was in the store and there were other options, but honestly, for my first sour, it's not horrible.
Yeah.
Um, it's not bad. So yeah, I mean, I would drink it again.
I wouldn't immediately go buy it again.
Yeah.
But at some point, I will buy this again.
Yeah.
Just because there's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially as I guess the palettes like evolve.
Mm-hmm.
I can already tell that there's things that I didn't like even a couple of years ago. I'm probably going to think is okay now. So it'd be interesting to see where we're at, even with several of the beers that we've had.
So is that an invitation to bring back Stone Cold?
He's got a few flavors.
Yeah, different options. Yeah. Well, cool, man. Yeah, I would probably, if we had to rate it, I think we should get in the habit of rating them. I would rate it probably a 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
Yeah, it's good. It's drinkable, but wouldn't be my first, second, or third, fourth choice.
Yeah, I'm probably right around there, 5 to 6 range. Yeah.
All right, Martin House Brewing Company. Good job here.
Yep.
Cranberry Cobbler.
A huge thanks to the guy who bought us the sixer. That's awesome.
That is cool.
And if there's anybody out there that wants to, and you don't have to like buy it and send it. If you want to, you can even recommend it if you'd like to. Just recommend something. We'll go through the recommendations and choose something accordingly.
Yep.
If you want to donate to the channel, we'll have outlets to do that. There'll be ways that that you guys can get involved in.
Yeah, like maybe like how I flirted with the bartender. Y'all could flirt with us a little bit.
There you go.
Hey, I'd like to buy you a drink, what do you, saw you in Spotify. Hottest single.
Hottest single. I like it.
We're going to close this one out, guys. Thanks for joining us again. Beer with a Buddy, that's a wrap. I'm Matt. This is my buddy Joey. Take care.